Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. It's good to be here. It's good to sit back for a minute and figure out exactly what we're doing. My name is Raven, and I am your host of Tech and Games. I gotta say, for you people out there, I want to thank you guys for being loyal Tech and Games customers. Customers? What am I talking? You're not customers. You're listeners and friends. You are friends. In my hand, I have a piece of paper. Not just any piece of paper. Not just any piece of paper. This piece of paper cements something. It cements that we. I have a pre-order for the PS4, and for anyone out there, I've now got an actual pre-order for the PS4. Paid in pretty much full. Paid in full. Paid about almost the whole damn thing. Yeah, about. So all I just left is I didn't order the PPV any. You didn't order the PP. Okay. I just well, you can still check it out on like PW Torch to to know you can still check it out on pwtorch.com or any of those other websites. I'm just saying like he's gonna win the championship. He's gonna win it because there's no way Cracker Barrel over Crackle Barrel. I like Crackle Barrel. There's no way he ain't gonna win it. There's no way. Anyone else that goes like, oh, he's gonna win it. There's no way. No way. No way. No how. We're gonna walk away with a new champion unless they're gonna pull a Shield or something even dumber. But I just don't see John Cena walking away with it. But who knows? It's wrestling. Anything can fucking happen. I mean, they'll both get a fall piece, except for, they're not going to get like, oh, two falls, win, It's always two falls. They're never going to go for two falls. It's always three falls. That's why it's called, well, it's called Three Falls of Hell or whatever. So it's probably like they fight in a steel cage, they fight in a no holds barred, and then they do all that shit. Which was one of my favorite things in the game. All right, so that's what's going on. So I got a pre for the PS4, and also I bought one of these cool little gizmos. You're probably wondering, what is one of these gizmos? Yeah, JC is the cash cow. Yeah, feed me more. It's definitely the cash cow. Ryback, JC. I don't. Yeah, Drew McIntyre. No. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's John Cena. John Cena was always the cash cow. When wasn't he? The best part when John Cena. Remember when John Cena was when he was facing The Rock, and The Rock was like, oh, making fun of him with Fruity Pebbles. Now he's on the box of Fruity Pebbles. Now, it's like people are like, you can come see me, John Cena, at Fruity Pebbles, and all that stuff. So yeah. So I don't know if any of you guys have a 3DS. I found one of these. I found a Circle Pro. Yay! I like this thing. Actually, I like this thing. Not the actual thing itself, but I like it. I like this piece of plastic with a circle nub on it, and just it works. It's a thing of beauty. That is the Circle Pro. The Circle Pro is a thing of beauty. That's all I can say for anyone out there. So I got this for Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Definitely great game. Now even more playable. So I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts on my 3DS. I got a Circle Pro now, so I've been playing. Actually, I'm starting, I wrote a review for Kingdom Hearts. I know I did. I know for some people out there to go like, oh, you wrote a review for Kingdom Hearts and you hate Kingdom Hearts. The Circle Pro, and I'll say this, when I was playing Kingdom Hearts last year, and I still stand by my review of Kingdom Hearts, of its, the thing with Kingdom Hearts and third-person games like that is, you have to use the L and R to move the camera, and it only moves the camera left to right, and it's not very intuitive. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not very intuitive at all because one of the buttons moves the camera and one of them locks on. That's not intuitive at all. That is really not intuitive. Anyone else there, they can say like, "Oh, I like that style of game." You swing the camera like that. The camera's slow. Sometimes it takes a while for the camera to get back to you. It's just, with the Circle Pro, I don't have to worry about the camera looping back or trying to do something stupid because the Circle Pro just takes care of everything. So if you're going to play Kingdom Hearts, I recommend the Circle Pro. Definitely recommend the Circle Pro. It's only $20, even though the game's like $40, or maybe it's even cheaper now. But definitely one of those things that I'm like, oh man, that was really, really tightly, yeah. Oh, the Kingdom Hearts collection, yeah. But we got Dream Drop Distance on here, so I've been playing that on my 3DS. I've been playing a lot of that. And there's still a little few problems with it, but I'm like, you know what? I wanted to play the game again. I wanted to pick it up again. I didn't beat it, so I didn't want to sit there like, oh my god, I beat it. I'm not like, if I beat it this time, I'm probably gonna sell it. That's my thing. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I'm like, if I beat it, I'm probably gonna trade it back in. I'm probably, then what do I have? I don't have a game inside the 3DS anymore, or I have a game. I'm not saying like I don't have any games for it. I'm just saying there won't be any games on it. So, yeah, it's if you have a 3DS, and I recommend if you have a 3DS, the original 3DS, crack it open. Get Kingdom Hearts Collection. Get the Circle Pad. Definitely makes the game way better. I know it's $20, but I'm playing the game, and I'm playing it with new eyes now. I'm like, wow, this is actually really functional. It's really fun. Before it was just a frustrating piece of crap, and that's the problem with the 3DS. With the Circle Pro, literally everything makes sense. I'm not gonna sell it. I kept the thing for this long. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not selling KH. I got my money's worth. I like KH. It's actually a really fun game. KH for the 3DS is a really fun game. No, I'm not gonna sell it. But I am having a blast going through that game again. Like, I played that last year, and it's been like a little bit over 11 months since I played Kingdom Hearts, the game again, and then I picked it up, and then I picked up the Circle Pro, and then I started to, and then the game started to become better. It's like, okay, I can move, I can do this, I can jump on this, I can do, the game started to get better. Like, all my complaints about it started to melt away because things just got way better. And it's like, the camera's stuck. Okay, I can move the camera this way, with the Circle Pro, and it's just such a joy. And I know Resident Evil Revelations is one of the Circle Pro games, and I know that came out on the PS3 and the Xbox and all that stuff. It's $20 on the eShop, and I'm like, maybe I should pick up that. Maybe before I go to like Maryland, maybe pick up Resident Evil for the 3DS and the Circle Pro, because I do like the Circle Pro. I like what it does. Does it make it look like a monstrosity? Oh fuck yeah! But you know what? You can make it unmonstrosity and actually yeah. I don't sell games, Me either. I don't sell games either. I try to keep them. I try to keep them. And here's the problem why I won't sell Kingdom Hearts, and it's a good segue of game, of our main topic tonight. The main reason why I don't sell the Kingdom Hearts, it's not a bad game, it's not a good game. The reason why I don't sell Kingdom Hearts is it's my only 3DS fizzy game. It's my only physical game I have. So if I sell it, what the fuck do I have? What do I have? I have nothing. Basically, I have nothing. I only have Mario Kart in my thoughts. That's it. That's all I have. I mean, that's it. That's all. I mean, I spent $30 I spent 30. Did I spend 30? Yeah, I spent $30 on the 3DS this week. I bought I Am Old and I Am Cold. I bought Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons for the 3DS. It's a Zelda game, so for anyone that has a 3DS and likes Zelda out there, I know Calvin's out there somewhere. Calvin, so I would love to LP that, but before I LP that, I'm gonna go through Zelda DX, man. It's time for an old friend. It's time for an old friend. It's time to even the score with Zelda DX. It's time. That's the only Zelda game I did not beat. Like, did not try to beat or wanted to beat. It's a game that I need to get back to and beat it. It's time to say it's time. It's time for that game to become subjected to the madness of the dark. So for anyone out there go like, ooh, the madness of the dark. Yes, the madness. Call of to the night. But yeah, just saying. So for anyone out there that just that's fun. So the 3DS is definitely one of the better choices and all that stuff. My God, this room is ungodly. Oh my God, this room is ungodly. I've been drinking all kinds of water and my door is way beyond fucked. Oh man, how did this get back together? I don't even know. Poor door. But yeah, that's just how it rolls right now for anyone out there. Alright, so let's move on for a little bit. So E3's over. My mom got me new ponies. I got more shit on my desk than I do any. I remember my desk used to be a hodgepodge of just men things. Now I got this one Hot Wheel. I don't even know where fucking anything is. I might even put those crystal ponies over there. Now we have a big gaping hole. We might have to put the crystal ponies over there or something. We might have to create a shrine or something. Just saying. This is getting a little much. All the ponies are getting much. Yeah, I wonder if there's any good game lending services like, I'll lend you this if you let me borrow this. There was Game Mine, if there still exists, or what the fuck it was called. We were sponsored by something like that, but it was more like a trade-in system kind of thing. There was a thing, like Game Mine would probably, oh man. There was a website for that. I just don't know if they exist anymore. Yeah, we got a lot of that. Alright, peer-to-peer trading. Yeah, but okay, so here's one that I just took out. So it's Gozex okay. Give me a minute to there is websites out there. It's just there is a website out there. Might be a little tricky, but it can be done. I know it can be done. Been doing this a long time. No, it can be done. Trading. I don't. People are like, oh, what about trading? I don't know. Not saying you can't. But that brings us to our point. That brings us to our thing for the night, right? That brings us to Well, that brings us to the GameStop stuff. I'm sorry for everyone. I'm still a little shooken up a little bit, but I'm okay. Man of Steel is number one. Of course he's number one. He's fucking Superman. Of course he's number one. What else is new? It's the most boringest piece of shit that you'll ever watch, but it's number one, of course. All they had to do is just put a guy in spandex and say, it's a superhero movie. It's going to go number one. Iron Man, number one. Spider-Man, number one. Captain America, number one. Man of Steel, my ass. That guy is boring as shit. No one. Oh, Superman is so super and so powerful. Yeah, he can go number one. So easy, so quick. But no, I don't get why people thought it was like, oh, it's so magical that Superman is number one. Of course he can, because he's Superman. Superman demands shit like that. It's freaking Superman. So I'm not surprised that he can go. He can break box office in a single bound. People are gonna go see Superman. Are they dumbasses for seeing Superman? Of course they are. Is it just a boring piece of crap that it's just Superman going around going like, I'll save you, Lois Lane? Yes, it's Superman. Yosemite, boring ass motherfucker. Alright, sorry for going off on Superman, but he deserves it. Yeah, there's so many websites like that out there, man. There's so many websites like that. There's so many websites that devote themselves to that kind of practice and that kind of practice. So many websites, and you have to figure out if that kind of thing is worth your time and your money and all that stuff. I haven't tried any of that stuff. A Superman Goku crossover would be fucking great. I don't care what anyone says. That would be the shit. A Superman Goku crossover would just be the shit. Anyone else says like, oh, you're just saying that because of Goku and no, they're both super badasses. They both have wives. They both have lives. They don't age. They're assholes in their own right. I'm just saying. It's Goku. It's Goku. Alright. Enough about Goku and all that stuff. But I'm just saying would just be fucking epic. Fucking epic as hell if they did that and Goku was there. There will be an epic fight, man. It would be a fight for the freaking ages. Ages. But hey, maybe not. Maybe it won't be for the ages. Maybe they won't do it. But they should. They should fucking do it. But yeah. Oh well. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. That's the sad part about this whole thing, right? They're not going to do that. But hey, maybe we'll get lucky one day and actually see that coming. Alright, so let's talk a little bit more about, what are we going to talk about? Alright, let's talk about, I want to talk about the PS4 some more. I want to talk about the PS4, the Amazon poll. So, for anyone out there, this is hilarious. So, for anyone out there, this is pretty damn funny. It's pretty sad, too. So, you don't fuck with gamers. Microsoft, I don't care what you say. It's not you. It's you, man. When the PS4 got 3,800 of 2,162, and out of that 2,162, I want to know, like, the 2,162 are total fanboys. Those people, literally, Microsoft could shit in a box. Yeah, Just remember Green Day, Brian Stew song. Yeah, yeah. So the Xbox One, I look at this and I go, justice has been served, but how much has it been served? Has it been, deep cone, deep skin dupe? Nope. Justice is served right now. Nice justice. Gaming justice. It's what we need. So for anyone out there, go like, woo! The Xbox One is a threat. It really is. I don't want to sound down on the Xbox One. I really don't. But I have to talk about the way it structures itself, right? The way that the Xbox One is. The one with the used games and all that marketing and all that shit. Man. I sit here sometimes, man. I sit here and I know the PS4 is not going to restrict games and do all that shit. I sit here and I go like, is it because Microsoft thinks that when people trading games, that's going to kill the industry? I know people say renting games was going to kill the industry, but it didn't. And then some people said, "Oh, the musical, yeah, haha, fanboy, dude." There's 2,100 fanboys ready for the Xbox One. 2,100, 2,100, 2,200 fanboys ready for one. They got their pinkies so high up in the air that they're ready for one. They're ready for people to say, yeah, one console to rule them all. Yay, daddy, yay. Fuck them. Definitely up ass. But if that's what you want, that's fine. If that's the utopia of living in a glass box, if you want to live in that box like that, then hey, live in that box. Live in that box. But I don't want to live in that box. I want to live in the reality of what is now, and that's why Microsoft is taking that risk, and they're taking a big risk. I'm not saying that this is not a risk or anything, because they really don't know how bad they fucked up yet. They'll know. They just don't know yet. They're giving us a stick and saying, hey, it's better and it's wonderful and all this shit. And, because you don't get to trade games day and date, and your games are in your library, and, and only selected retailers, GameStop, and you can trade in your used games, or maybe your actually not used games, but trade back in your games. They're not used. I mean, that's the thing, right? The games that you get from GameStop or any of those places, they're not really used, are they? Oh yeah, definitely. They're not really used. Their disc might be a little scratched, but it's not really used, is it? If the game works. I mean, I get a lot of, rentals. They're not used games. I mean, yes, it's been played on, but you can play a used game or used CD or used DVD 400 times. It'll still be the same, I guess. Maybe it'll be a little bit scratched. But who knows? Who knows? Yes, hello, Mr. Super Chugga. And that brings to another point about yes, the PS4 is better. I put money into the Krikonian of now. I don't like the future that Microsoft's pulling. I don't like the future that they are pulling. I don't like any of it. Yes, I have friends out there that have an Xbox, but the real reason why I didn't buy a PS4, I can't afford it. I meant not a PS4. An Xbox One, I can't afford it. I can't afford what to give it. At this time, I cannot afford what to give it. I don't have the amenities that it needs. It says, oh, but you need a 1.5 megabyte connection down. Yeah, I got that, but I don't have the TV or the shit that they want the actual box in. I don't have that. As much as anyone can sit here and say, oh, but you want an Xbox One. I don't have the shit to make the Xbox One a thing. To make it something viable. I don't have the $60 for the, Green Day brain stew. Yeah, I'm having a freaking brain stew right now. I don't have that kind of money. I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money. I don't got that kind of money to just, yeah. Yeah, not a problem. That's what we do here. We say names. We don't forget people. Especially now we're going into this fucked up generation. And, like I said, for anyone else, this is not ConocoPhillips. This is not the Koch brothers here. We're talking about Microsoft. We can vote with our monies here. And if you're going to drop a $1,000 on a fucking Xbox One, fucking know what you're doing. This is not something you just drop money on and just go like, oh, it has Xbox in the name, and I'm going to do that because I know it's good. Guess what? No kids can play on the fucking bone. No kids. How many kids do you know have a fucking internet connection that can hook up this thing? Rich kids, I guess, but you know what? I'm like, how many kids? And I'm talking like those kiddie games and all that stuff. They have to change all that shit now. Those kids can't have an X-Bone. They can have a PS4 or a Wii. It's easier. You're not gonna. I'm just saying. I'm gonna feel sorry for those bastards that are gonna be there for the bone. There's only. All right. I know I keep talking about the bone, but it is so weird how they're trying to kill the used game market. How they're trying to kill this market of used games. And they're trying to kill it, and they're saying, we think used games will kill the market. And that brings us to a point about Cliff Bleszinski here. Cliffy B, dude huge. Cliffy B said that AAA and used games do not exist. He said they should not coexist together. I would say that he's right, but I take the stance. Maybe it's just the gamer in me or any of that stuff. But make better games. Make games that that when you beat them or any of that stuff, you don't go like, you know what? Yeah, this game is a trade-in, or yeah, this game will go back. If you make good games that you want to come back to. Because remember back in the NES days, back then, there was no Funkoland, there was no used game market. You went to a garage sale. A fucking garage sale. That was your used game market back in the day, or a flea market. Back in the day, that what it was. So now you have this, now that GameStop made a killing on it. No. Sadly, no. PS3 games, PS2 games, PS1 games are not compatible with PS4 because of architecture. But there is a but in this. This is not just a complete no. There will be backwards compatible with the cloud. Sony bought Gaikai. It's a service for streaming games. So you will have your PS3 games, your PS2 games, and your PS1 games. Here's the thing, right? I'm running PS1 games now on a freaking Core, on a Core 2 Duo. So when they say that it can't be done, and that thing has 8 cores, they can emulate a freaking PS2. Hell, FSD got less than that, and he can emulate a we can emulate a PS2. So for them saying they can't emulate a PS2 is bullshit, but a PS3 I could totally get. A PS3, I'm not saying you can't do that. No, you can't emulate a PS3. As much as there's PS3 emulators out there, guess what? You can't emulate a PS3. Not well. So for anyone out there to go like, oh, I can emulate a PS3 very well. No, it needs work, and it's not old enough. We all don't have that kind of spec yet. And plus, trying to emulate a freaking G5 is just going to be impossible. Just saying. Emulating a G5 is just fucking insanity. Alright. So, the PS4 is not backwards to PS3. But they will be backwards compatible games, so it will have a library of a lot of things. But at least we don't have to worry about a library disappearing. So for anyone out there, it's like, but what about my games disappearing? None of that. Your games will still be there and all that stuff because the disc spins. So, and the PS4, like Christopher over here, is region free. How about the X-Bone? No, we don't know if it's region free or not. We don't know, but yeah. So the PS4 is region free. The X-Bone, don't know. So Microsoft has this week released some confusing statements and policy regarding how the X-Bone, it sticks, will work around the world. We tried getting to the bottom of this with no prevail. Earlier in the week, a guide on pre-ordering the Xbox was published by Microsoft saying that the console is only launching in 21 countries this November. It also says the following: the Xbox One games are for activation and distribution only in specified geographic regions. See game packages and or retail product information for each game-specific geographic region. No, they bought them. No. They don't have a contract. They own them. They own Gaikai. They paid monies for Gaikai. Oh no. That is a Sony thing. Oh God, no. Sony bought them, shook hands, and said like, yeah, they bought Gaikai. You know, they could have bought On Live too, but they bought Gaikai first. I guess Gaikai was just that much better. So who got the better deal? Gaikai did, because they got bought by Sony. And by the way we see things, it looks like we're gonna have a really nice holiday season, while people are buying PS4s and buying PS3s. I mean, don't get rid of your PS3. Don't do it. Don't copy that floppy. Yeah, I'll follow you on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Tekken Games too, so we can hook up and all that stuff. But yeah, Sony's got a lot to prove this time around, man. They got to be almost like Xbox Live. They almost got to be like Xbox Live. That's the thing, right? They got to have the I don't know if they can do the game invites, but they have to do something similar to it, you know? They're going to do watch game chat, which was a memory issue on the PS3, and now it's going to be standard on the PS4. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to see Microsoft trying again. Everyone get excited. It's good news for all. So, confusing much? Yes. So, let's get back to the topic at hand with used games. Let's get back to the topic at hand, to used games and why. Yeah. Always keep consoles that back impact. I do too. What do you think I do? Yeah, well, dude, I have a PlayStation 3. One of the first PlayStation 3s. Yeah, no bullshit. That's the thing, right? Here's the thing that Microsoft will learn the hard way. As much as anyone wants to say learn the hard way, here's the thing, right? Microsoft is pissed off that people are... It's not that they're trading. I guess, I don't know if they're looking at numbers of discs sold and all that stuff, and they go into like a GameStop. I don't know if I said this, but, you know, Microsoft made an enemy out of GameStop. Microsoft went to war with their one distributor they don't need to go to war with. Why go to war with the one company you need? Why do that? Yeah, concerning the cloud service, that is, right. I don't think there's going to be restrictions, but that's the thing, right? The cloud service is all about instant games. You know, like, for me, it's not about, like, the PS3 stuff. I can understand that you have to stream that. I completely understand that can be streamed and all that stuff. But we're still wondering how that's going to work, you know? Like, for me, it's like, I don't know what latency and all that stuff, because streaming games is way different from streaming a movie or streaming, or streaming something. You know what I mean? So streaming a whole game to your, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's like, it's going to be interesting to see that whole streaming cloud bullshit, all that stuff. So, yeah. So, Christopher, it's definitely going to be concerning to see how that cloud's going to work and how that cloud computing, because, yeah. No. Minecraft will not be on the PS4 because they re-upped the contract on the One. No, Minecraft will not be on the PS4 because it is on the Xbox One again. So, GameStop trademark can't. So they have to. They have to sell the Xbone. They will sell the Xbone. The thing is, they're gonna do with the PSP Go, man. They're gonna sell it. They'll just hide the. This is what they're gonna do with it. I bet you anything they're going to do. It's just because of those draconian policies that make no sense to them, and it's a threat to their bottom line. Guess what GameStop's gonna do? You made an enemy out of the biggest retailer of freaking video games. How smart was that? I mean, how smart was that? That wasn't smart. Yeah. It's not, look, I'm not a fan of GameStop as much as I can throw them, okay? But where the hell else are we going to go? Best Buy? Target? No. Walmart? I mean, Walmart sells more video games than anyone. You know that, I know that. Walmart, it's about 30%, 35% of the gaming market. I'm not saying Walmart, they're not going to sell games. But I'm just saying, Target, Walmart, GameStop is that store that sells the used games, and unless you're in Play and Trade or in that shit, I'm just saying, they made an enemy out of GameStop, and you can tell it in their rhetoric. You call up GameStop. You call GameStop. I'm not saying prank GameStop, but I had a great conversation with a guy when I was pre-ordering my PS4. We were talking about how great PlayStation Plus is and how used games and all this stuff and how the games look on the PS4. Guess what? The reason why he had 12 slots. I'm talking 12 openings for the Xbone. You know how many slots he had for the PS4? 88. 88 slots for the PS4. We're talking 88 slots for a console. 88 slots, and I'm number 60 on that slot. So, 12 out of 88? 12. We're talking 12 here. We're talking the number 12 out of 88. You know how many more PlayStation 4s is going to sell at that Yeah. Yeah, GameStop, trademark, might as well kissing Nintendo's ass. They guess you have to kiss. Well, here's the thing, right? They did a bad thing what they just did with the bone. I mean, will they care about it for the first 2 days? Yes. Will they care about it for the first day and a half? Yes. The first month? But I'm telling you, they're giving the bone the shaft, man. They're giving the bone the shaft. And then after they give the bone the shaft, and you can go like, well, you could think, like Microsoft's like, with our partners in a retail store that you can trade in your game and all that shit. Microsoft wants a piece of that damn pie. And here's the thing, we're not ready for that. We want digital, but we like the way it was 30 years. For 30, you know who had more piracy than freaking insane. You know who had way more piracy than Microsoft ever had? Nintendo. Remember those Wii homebrew channels and all that shit, and people hooking up freaking hard drives and downloading illegal games to their Wiis and doing that really successfully. Guess what? They didn't go down a route and go like, guess what? Every game you buy on your Wii is locked, motherfucker. They didn't do that. Why are you doing that, Microsoft? What's your problem? You scared of competition? You scared of actual competition? You chicken shit? Yosemite? I didn't pre-order a PS4 because I can trade in games. That's not what I do. I didn't pre-order a PS4 because of all the practices. I like free practices. I like the way it is now. I like the way it is now. I don't want to live in this draconian bullshit of Microsoft's feelings. Microsoft might think well and think that they're doing the right thing. And thinking that if piracy was super fucking rampant on the 360 and they were losing money on it and all this shit, and I would go like, I agree with you, Microsoft. Do what you have to do. No. All these questions are no. All the questions are pointing to no, because I actually need a new controller. The PS4 controller is a different controller. Your Move controller will work on the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3. No games will be transferred, and that goes the same for the Bone. That goes for the same. Same for Bone. No games will be transferred from PSN. So I'm just saying, keep your PlayStation around when you buy the 4. I know that sounds a little weird. I know you guys want backwards compatible, but it's harder. It's harder. We're moving from PowerPC to x86. We're moving back to x86. So here's the thing, right? The PS3 controller is not old, but the new PlayStation 4 controller has way more features. You know, it has rumble, better triggers, better everything. It's just a better. Yeah, remember Probist 1920, 1930? No, I don't remember Probist. So, and it's much wider now. I heard it's just a way better controller. So, your Move controller will work the same on the PSI, or maybe it's a new Move controller. I'm not that sure, but there is a Move controller you can buy for it. I actually need a new one of these. I need a new one of these DualShocks, but I'm like holding off buying a new DualShock because this button right here sticks. Yes, but it lasts forever. I mean, just hours and hours of just jamming, and it's wider now. The sticks are way wider. It's so I can't use my gold controller. Sadly, you can't. But there will be sadly. We all have to give up a lot of that stuff going forward. Yeah, can you believe that? But what controller did? Yeah, you would think going forward we could have had those controllers work, right? And it goes the same way for the X Bone as well. It goes the same way. The 360 controllers do not work with the X Bone, but there's new features in the controller too. So it's not like if it's the same controller, then I would say I agree with you. They should work, but they're not same controllers because of with the touchpad here, and just better triggers up here. And it's just maybe just because it's just a lower latency controller. It's just a different controller, and plus the battery are built in. The battery for the Bone for the PS4 is built in, and plus there's this little bar at the top, the light bar that tells you what your what number you are and all that stuff. So the Bone, the PS4, it's definitely cooler and all that stuff. It still has the 6-axis and all that stuff. It actually has a little bit more of the Move stuff in there. But yeah, they tweaked it enough to say, yeah, this is really cool. And it has a touchpad right there. So for anyone out there, they go like, oh, there's a touchpad. So there you go. For any of that stuff, for anyone that cares about the X-Bone, the PS4. So, is there anything else that I'm missing about the PS4 and all that stuff? So, if you have a PlayStation 3 right now, I say keep it for now. Keep it for now. Keep it, put it in the guest room, put it downstairs, or whatever. Just keep it around for a little bit longer, because there's games still coming out for it. But going forward, backwards compatible will not be a thing. I'm just saying it's hard. Maybe next time we can have backwards compatible with maybe when we go to 16 cores instead of how many cores did the PS3 have? 7 physical processors. They had a lot of processors. Like the PS3 had what was it? 8 cores. I want to say the PS3 had 8 cores or 7 physical processors that they could use in the cell processor. Like that thing's insane. The cell processor is pretty powerful. I'm not saying it ain't, but the architecture is different. And this time around. So for anyone out there that goes ooh. Oh, the prohibition law, yeah. Prohibition's a bitch. Just saying, prohibition is a bitch. Ain't that fun? Yeah, prohibition's a bitch. That's all I can say about that. Prohibition? A fucking bitch. Alright. So I got a video for you guys. It's about Major Nelson. Major Nelson talks about how the X-Bone and all that stuff. So he's not chicken shit. He's going to ask Reddit anything. So here's the video about the X-Bone and more stuff. And then we're going to come back and talk about games.
Hi guys, I'm Chloe, also known as Skydart, and this is Larry, also known as Major Nelson.
What's up? What's up, Reddit?
Hi, Reddit. So I have your questions right here. I'm literally reading it right off the thread.
Yeah.
So let's start with our first question.
Are these the most upvoted ones?
These are the most upvoted ones, yes.
Let's roll.
All right, so let's start with the old, after the Xbox One servers are shut down at the end of the new generation, will Xbox One games still be playable?
I'll just say this: we haven't even started this generation, so it's kind of early to talk about the end of the generation. I mean, that's certainly something that we would not do. That's not the way the system is designed. It's designed for flexibility, but let's get the system out there first.
Very good point. Very fair point. All right. If someone is banned, whether their fault or not, will they lose access to the games they purchased?
Absolutely not. You will always have access to the games you purchased. Absolutely not.
Yay.
Yay, really?
Yeah.
Come on, you had to expect that.
Well, what happens if I get banned for griefing?
Well,
I want to be
you're
able
gonna
to.
go out in a multiplayer.
All right. I like to buy physical copies of games such as Collector's Edition with physical bonuses and such. Why is it that someone with a physical disc of a game inserted into the console could not play that game offline for longer than 24 hours? Why could that not work as a failsafe for if the online connection drops for 24 hours? Just a simple please insert the disc to continue playing message.
That's an interesting question, and it's pretty complex. I'll answer it this way. The way we design the Xbox One architecture is for flexibility, and one of the areas that we can do that is, for instance, our family sharing. If you and I are in a family and the crew's in a family, you can check a game out of our game library and use it. So this ability that we've got of seeing what you've got in your library, that's as a result of being always connected. So we think the upside of being connected, and I think you talked about the disc check and so forth. It's really about the library and having access to your games anywhere you are. Things you really can't do today, and all of us having access to our games anywhere you are. That's certainly one approach, but we decided to take a little bit of different approach because we think it's going to be more flexible for the future. And that's really what Xbox One is all about. It's about, we've kind of looked towards the future and say, this is where the gaming industry is. See, this is where the gaming industry is. I see it in my spirit house. It's where the gaming industry is going, and we want gamers to come with us on this journey, right, which is going to unlock this amazing potential of these great gaming experiences, as well as flexibility like I just described with the library. So it's one approach, but we decided to take an approach which we think is going to be infinitely more flexible.
Absolutely. Actually, to add on to that, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and I'll go back. It's basically, what is the additional value bought by the once every 24 hours connection? What do I as a consumer get out of that?
Well, I think I just kind of went over that, right?
Exactly.
I mean, there's so many, if you're going to give me a game, the system's going to automatically know, oh, here's your game, and it's going to automatically just appear in my library. I don't really have to do anything. As well as having access to the most up-to-date library when my dad or my mom buys a game, it's automatically in there. So it's really, like I said earlier, it's really about keeping your library up to date and knowing what's going on. Right?
That's a very good point. All right, backing up a little bit. Will you change anything about the Xbox One after seeing the Sony conference? If so, what?
I don't really think we're not going to change anything. I mean, we're very happy with what we've done with Xbox One. We're very happy. Did you see the games on stage at our briefing?
Absolutely.
Did you see the exclusives? I mean, we're really, really proud of the system and the games that are coming out. I mean, when you look at games like Titanfall, have you gone through Titanfall yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Conversation over.
Yep.
We're really happy with what we showed on stage and as well as what we're showing here in the booth. So I think it's safe to say that we're confident where we're going. Mm-hmm. We're also confident that gamers are going to love our vision of the future and what we're going to offer for gaming.
Fantastic. All right. I think I have a little... All right, here's one more.
Okay.
What is your target audience with the Xbox One? Many of your features cannot be accessed or are stripped down from markets outside of the U.S. Why should someone who can't use your features buy the Xbox One?
I'm a little puzzled by that question, and I know it's not yours, it's from here, but I mean, as long as the console's built for the future.
Right.
And a majority of the world, or most of the world, is now connected. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure what features they're not going to get. If they're talking about like things like Netflix and things like that, well, that's certainly a content provider conversation, and that exists today. It's not an Xbox problem; that's an industry problem. Mm-hmm. You know, how can I have my content? I would love to have Sky TV, mm-hmm. but I can't because I live in the U.S.
Right.
So I think the conversation is really around content, and so I guess that's really what they mean, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay, yeah, they have a little discussion that basically says what you just said.
Okay.
So. And one more, like a quick tech question.
Tech?
Can you please clarify how the HDMI input is going to be used?
Ooh.
Is it going to allow input from a set-top cable box or other HDMI-compatible devices such as Windows PC as well?
Yeah.
Will the current Xbox 360 be able to input into the Xbox One to allow the UI of the One to be overlaid on current-gen Xbox 360 games?
Can I upvote that? Yeah, so the answer is yes. First of all, it's the only console right now that has HDMI in, and it's going to absolutely allow you to plug in for instance, your cable or your set-top box. And what that allows you to do is, I want to make sure people understand this, because this is heavy.
All right.
Is that when you plug it in, you can be watching TV through your cable provider, through your satellite provider, and then instantly you get that game invite to play Rise. Boom, it switches like this.
Oh, sorry. I just had to say something. Yeah, cake is cake, dude. It's Major Nelson. He ain't gonna tell you anything bullshit. It's one of those things, right? He is damage control. He is one of those things. We're fighting a left and right battle now in gaming that we should not fucking have. We should not have this battle of. What future do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a fucking cube or do you want to live in freedom? And here's the thing, right? I don't say that I recommend this, but I'm just saying, all right. So Microsoft is offering kind of like if you ever been admitted to a hospital and all the food is taken care of, everything is taken care of. Yes, everything is wonderful and fine in that one little catered place, and everything's taken care of. The TV's there, the food's there, all this shit's there. Guess what? You're going to wonder about what the outside world's going to be like. Can I go outside and play? No, you can't go outside and play. So yeah, that's the problem, Major Nelson. But people don't like your box, man. What the hell is with the bunny? What the hair's with the fur, man? What the fuck are you? What the fuck? What the hell? He's like wearing this thing. It's like, did this girlie like track him down? And it's like, was he just trying to hide? Or maybe Major Nelson's a furry. I bet he was trying to hide from her. It's like, I don't want to take any questions. I want to hide. No, there's no hiding from gaming. Submit your sins.
It's like instant. So that's one thing, and if you're done with Rise, you can go right back to watching television. We also have this concept of overlaying a guide. Mm-hmm. So there's a guide that can happen that we produce on the Xbox side that we can kind of put over your the existing guide, so you can kind of go up and down and manage it that way. Now, we're not a DVR in that game. We have a game DVR, but we're not a true DVR in that sense. That's also going to handled by the set-top box. We're just allowing people to still watch TV, the types of TV that they have, and then get back to their game experience and still stay connected to live.
All right.
How would you like to be watching your favorite, whatever your favorite TV show that's not available anywhere else, but still get friend invites, right?
Yeah.
And still stay connected.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can even use our snap mode and watch the TV over here on the left while you're playing a single player game over here on the right.
Right.
So think about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the other questions, absolutely, like you can certainly plug an Xbox 360 in the back, and that was one of my first questions when I heard about the feature. So there's a lot of things we can do with that. Again, it opens up great opportunities to have this great gaming experience, but still stay connected.
Awesome. Okay. I know I keep saying one more question, but I have one more question from a Redditor that is me.
Okay.
So what is one question that you have not been asked at E3 this year that you wish you'd been asked about the Xbox One?
Ooh, that's a good question. That is an excellent question. I've been asked so many. I've been on the show floor for the past 3 days.
Right.
Probably be one about, probably we're talking a little bit about the family package, and people really haven't really gotten their heads around what that means. We talked about that earlier on. Is about, wait a minute, I'm waiting for someone to ask me, and you kind of already asked me, so I don't really have an answer to that question because you already asked me that question. I was thinking about it coming up here about our family proposition and things like that. So probably that.
All right. Well, do you want to talk a little bit more about the family proposition? Or
It's awesome.
It's
It's awesome.
All right, cool.
No, it really is awesome, and we're really excited about what we're doing with Xbox One. I know there's some questions out there in the games community. We've got to, we're going to be answering those. I love doing things like this. I'd love to come back on sometime.
That would be great.
And I'm probably going to drop in that thread and say what's up.
Fantastic.
Is that cool?
Hello, I'm back. All right. Yes, there's Netflix on the PS4. They ain't gonna abandon Netflix. Oh, sorry. What the hell is wrong with me right now? I'm like, I got a towel around my head. Shit's just getting real. You guys can't see me tonight. I'm going in hiding. I'm going in hiding. Goodbye, everyone. I'm going in hiding again. So, it's summer of hiding. I'm hiding from you guys. So, I actually know this question. Yes, the Xbox One will have Netflix. So will the PlayStation 4 will have Netflix as well. Netflix will be a free feature on the PS4 and the PS3. It will not be a free feature on the Xbox One or the Xbox 360. It is behind the walled garden that is Xbox Live Gold. So if you have Xbox Live Gold, you cannot play Netflix. You can play Netflix. So you have to pay up $60 to pay for Netflix, Hulu Plus, and all that stuff. On the PS4, all entertainment, except for Music Unlimited and Video Unlimited, is money. And that is separate from your PS Plus account, which is different. So if you want to watch movies, Netflix, you don't have to pay for that. And also for PlanetSide and other free-to-play games, you do not have to pay for PlayStation Plus either. So for any of you guys that go like, World of Tanks is coming to the Xbox 360, it is not free-to-play. That game is not what you call a true free-to-play game. That game is free on gold. So for anyone else that go like, oh, it's a free-to-play game, Sony has a true free-to-play model. You do not have to play PlanetSide 2, Warframe, or any of the free-to-plays on the PS4. You don't have to buy the Plus membership. It is absolutely free-to-play. True free-to-play, not crappy free-to-play that you get from the stove, or Fox free-to-play that you get from PC games. We're talking real free-to-play. Real free-to-play. Just saying. So for anyone out there that wants to make that clear for anyone else. All right. So let's get the move on and all that stuff. So we're now on a roll. We're now on a pinky roll and all that stuff. So let's move on to that stuff. Greatness awaits. Oh really? I thought that trailer came out already. Or is there a new trailer of Greatness Awaits? Like there's a trailer we were playing during the show. When the Sony press conference over with the used game thing, when they just literally said, this is how you trade a game on the PlayStation, and they gave a game to Jack Swagger, I know his name's like Adam Boys or something, so it's like, how dare you say he's Jack Swagger? Dude, he looks like a fatter Jack Swagger. He looks like a fatter Jack Swagger. That guy that was on stage, and people are now, if you go to NeoGaf and any of those places, they have a thread. They have an Adam Boys appreciation thread. What the hell did he do? But hey, you know what? It's gaming, and it's weird how we worship freaking executives. It's weird. It's one of those things, right? That we're the only industry. Did you okay? And I answer about the. Yeah, he does have a lot of nerve saying allow. Yeah, Netflix is gonna be free on the PS4. Free, so you don't have to pay for that. So if you have a yeah. Jack Swag's brother, dude, he looks. You can say he doesn't look like Jack Swagger. He looks like Jack Swagger. Like, I looked at him and went like, man, Jack Swagger got big and slightly less racist. My PS I can't spell. Me either. No, it does not require PS Plus, PSN Plus, or PS Plus, or whatever you want to say it. No, but it costs money. Yeah, that's the whole point about Microsoft, man. I hate to tell you. With the Xbox, man, they want this closed system so bad. And Xbox One. Xbox One, everything's under paywall. Everything. I wouldn't, here's the thing, right? The Xbox One is more of a subscription to gaming than anything. It's expensive. Literally, you pay $60 for a year of service, and then you pay $60 for. Oh yeah. Well, if there's a new one, I'll play it. I'll be more than play Greatness Awaits. Those commercials are great. As long as they don't show anything like Thumb Dick, I will be happy. Because Thumb Dick is bullshit. I'm just saying. Thumb Dick. Fucking assholes. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. When was this? Alright. Yeah, Greatness Awaits. That was 1 month ago. Alright, let's play that trailer. Let's play the Greatness Awaits. I think we played this already. I think we played this already. I swear we did. Yeah. Microsoft wants you guys under a fucking paywall. They want you over a paywall. They want you to pay the maximum amount of money. That's the whole point of Xbox Live. Xbox Live is not a service that you pay Microsoft because they're providing you something. No, it's a service that they can say to other content providers like Netflix, Hulu, and everyone else, saying, "Hey, if you get on the Xbox, game trailers, Twitch, and all those things are not free. All those things come with gold. All of them. All of it. They ain't free. They ain't free. It's free on gold, but that's about it. But you have to pay into that shit. Then you get in there, it's a nice walled garden, and you go like, hey, the whole thing about me paying for gold wasn't for that shit. Netflix, yeah, that's wonderful. Netflix is great. Guess what? More people are watching movies on Netflix on their PS3s than they're on their 360s. You want to know why? Because the 360 pays. The PS3, you don't. Simple, right? Do the math. It's like, okay, the people are watching movies on Netflix on their freaking 360s because they paid up. They paid the money into it. They paid the $60 into it. On the people on the PS3 side, they didn't pay into it. It was just there. And they can just pay it and have their console stream their movies or do whatever they want. At least Sony didn't give me that right. Just saying. He said, We will allow you to hook up a PS4 to our Xbone. We will allow you to hook up a 360 to our Xbone. We will allow you to hook up your set-top table box and blow you and all that stuff. You know, like, of course he does. And, yeah, and we too. Damn, yeah. I mean, when he said, yeah, you can hook up your PS3 to it. You know, your PS3, your Wii's, your PS4, your Wii U's, and all that shit. You can hook up all that shit in the HDMI in. So, what the hell were you doing with the TV? I know the whole point was, oh yeah, hook up your TV and it'll just work and all that shit and all that. You know, you have the guide and all that shit. You know what has a guide? You know what system has a guide just like the Xbox? The freaking Wii U. Okay, maybe it's not as intuitive as the freaking Xbox, but it has one. It fucking has one. So for anyone out there that goes like, oh, the Wii, you know, the Wii has basically the same damn features of the Xbox One, but the Xbox One is way more intuitive, and you can say Xbox on, Xbox Disney Channel, Xbox fuck you. Yeah. I do not have a cat. I have a dog. It's old. It ain't my dog. You know, my mom has a cat. She rescued a cat. She rescued a cat once. She was at. My mom's a lifeguard. Not a lifeguard. A lifeguard. She ain't a lifeguard. Not a lifeguard. She's a crossing guard. That's what I was looking for. Crossing guard. Wrong guard. So, she found a cat. She said it's pretty ugly. They name it Cappuccino. Ugly ass. Ugly fucking cat. Ugly. Ugly. Oogly cat. Oogly. But yeah, it's just one of those things, right? It's her cat, and she'll do what she wants with it. And that's fine. The cat's ugly and the cat's crazy. So, it's one of those reasons. Alright. Sorry, I am dying tonight. I don't know. It's like every time I reach over, my eyes hurt and everything hurts. So, for anyone else who goes like, why is he wearing a towel? Everything hurts tonight. I don't want you guys to see me. Even though my voice is the most important part of this, I don't want you guys to see me. Alright, Grayson's greatness awaits. Everyone, greatness awaits.
Who are you not to be great? You, with the imagination of a brilliant child and the powers of an ancient god. Who are you to be ordinary? You, who can rescind life or raise the dead. Who are you to be afraid? You, who can serve as judge and jury while hoarding infinite lives. Who are you to be a slave to the past? You who can travel time like the oceans and rewrite history with a single word. Who are you to be anonymous? You, whose name should be spoken in reverent tones or in terrified whispers. Who are you to deny greatness? If you would deny to yourself, you deny to the entire world. And we will not be denied.
He's been using that trailer. How long have they been using that PlayStation? My God, that must be old as hell, man. Man, they've been using that PlayStation thing since PS1, right? That PlayStation. And that whole, and the font, too. The original, font. I don't even know what the PS4's font is. No one knows. No one knows. It's just PS4. But, who knows? Only on PlayStation. Only on PlayStation. You know it's only on PlayStation. Alright, so. The towel smells nice, though. Oh, well. So, only on PlayStation. You know it's going to be good. Greatness awaits. I want to go to a medieval fair. You want to go to a medieval fair, everyone? Everyone, let's go to a medieval fair. Let's all go to a medieval fair. It'll be fun. Greatness awaits to the people who want a medieval fair. I know I do. Medieval fairs are fun. Alright, so let's move on to some new. Let's move on some gaming news. Let's move on gaming news. Gaming news. I like gaming news. Alright. So let's talk about some horny shit. Why am I talking about horny shit? We're talking about horny shit. But before I show some... Oh, I can't show it. I was going to show the video. I'm sad. No. Well, I can't show the video, but I can show the I can show the video. I can show the photos. I'll show the photos. So, Road TVR 2VR has an exclusive sneak peek and interview with Wicked Paradise, the first erotic VR game. Yes, we are getting that close to actual virtual sex, but we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to actual virtual sex. So all the losers on websites, they're whacking it to dudes, can now whack it to girls. Progressive gaming. Progressive elimination. Yay us. So we roasted. Okay, so Wicked Paradise's interview and all that stuff. So they're gonna make a sex game with Oculus Rift. If anyone doesn't know, yes, Oculus Rift will become a sexy game. Shit, you're not. So for anyone out there who goes like, ooh, Oculus Rift is gonna become, yeah, they're putting foam balls on girlies. I'm not saying they haven't put foam balls on girlies, but now it's a precedent of now they're going to put foam balls on girls so they can measure their masturbation so guys can get off. That's going to be fun and all that stuff. So, can it make you... I prefer... dude, some people... I'll say this, right? I hate when people come on too strong. Alright, you know how you go somewhere, or if like a girl doesn't come on too strong. I'm talking about, if you go to a bar, anyone, it depends how drunk people are. They might come off too strong. I'm talking about the people in the bar that go like, oh, hey guy, what's up? You want to suck my dick? And they come off so strong, and you're like, no. People need to learn, when you come off way too strong, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. It's like I don't like when people literally strong arm and say, oh yeah, I like you. I think you're cute. May I suck your dick? I'm like, get the fuck away from me. It's not because, it's like you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's like you don't go to the end boss and go like, hey, that's a really good game. Can we beat the game now? We just got started. Oh man, it's better when you're trying to like do all that shit. But no, some people are assholes. Some people just go like, ooh, I must insult you because you're here. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. Don't insult me because I'm here. Don't do it. It's mean. It's sad. It's whatever. I prefer real sex. All right. Sorry, I got a phone call. Where is that? What I was looking for. I prefer the real thing too, baby. But some people can't get it up. I'm just saying, just for me. Alright, so EA, Wii U, Lack of Madden and FIFA is a rational business decision. Nintendo Wii U is struggling in sales until the Xbox One comes out, until shit gets real. I'll be honest with you guys. The Xbox One needs to sell way worse than the Wii U. It does. For anyone else that needs to sit here, if you want to see your beloved console, your beloved, if you want to see the game industry flourish and do stuff, it needs to take off. It needs to sell worse than Wii U. And I can't tell you if it ain't or not. Some people are like, oh, it's still going to sell gangbusters. I don't know. It might not. But we'll see. So, EA says there is going to be no FIFA Soccer 14 or Madden this year because they said there is just not enough units out there. And it says Sega's ill-fated Dreamcast. No games in development for Wii U. You have to ask EA about their future development plans. EA is a great partner for ours. They have great games on our platform before that. But literally, sports games didn't sell very well on Wii anyway. On Nintendo platforms for years. And I'm talking years. I mean, them pulling it now seems weird. Because it's not like they just said, like, oh yeah, our games are not selling on... They haven't sold very well on Wii at all. So for anyone out there to go like, oh, they're pulling it now, makes way insanity. But, hey, whatever. Weirder shit happens, right? Weirder shit has happened. Alright. Yeah, Nintendo needs to don't need to compete to anyone. That's the thing, right? Everyone wants them to compete and go like, it depends where you see failure and success, right? Like, everyone keeps saying... Like, Nintendo knows they need to sell more boxes, right? And the thing is, Microsoft and Nintendo are going after the same audience. When you say that, Nintendo and Microsoft are going after the same audience. And I'm talking the same audience. No. No, they signed a deal with Microsoft. It ain't going anywhere. You want to play Minecraft, you got to play it on the One or the 360. Sadly. They did have a chance to undo that contract and go to the PS4, but they didn't. They made that... Yeah, this is probably trivial, but why did the Xbone not become the Xbox 720? That's a great question. I think the reason why the Xbone became or iOS, it might become the iOS, but I think the real reason why they went with Xbone, with Xbox One, is it's an all-in-one device, which it's not. Yeah, whereas Sony follows suit with the naming convention. Well, Sony was the only company that has a naming convention, right? They're the only ones that have a naming convention like that, right? They're the only ones that name their consoles literally like that. Do you know any other console that names their consoles like that? You can say, oh, but Wii U. But Wii U's not Wii 2, though, you know? Wii U's not Wii 2. Microsoft is the only other like, the reason why they didn't call it the Xbox 2 was people got confused and thought the Xbox 2 wasn't as powerful as the PS3. So, I'm just saying, they thought that if they put the Xbox 360, people thought that would be more powerful. I think the reason why they put Xbox One is because it's an all-in-one device and it makes sense to them. They would have called it the Xbox 720 if it was just an Xbox. If it was just a revolution and it's just a PS4, then yeah. They'll just call it the Xbox 720, but they call it the Xbox One because it's an all-in-one device. In their minds. It ain't. It's not an all-in-one device. Anyone that can say, like, oh, it's an all-in-one device. It's not. You gotta have all. You still have to have a set-top box. Not the one box to rule it all. But it is nice to have it is nice to have game invites to freaking. It's pretty nice having game invites during when I'm playing my PS4 games. Thanks, a-hole. I really deeply appreciate that. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. All right, so yeah. So if the Xbone doesn't sell, EA will not make games on it. if the Xbone don't sell, period, no one's gonna make games for it. But I don't believe that shit for a minute. Remember PlayStation 3? Remember that came out at $600 and people didn't buy it, and they still made Madden for it and FIFA and all that shit. They'll just reorganize it. So who knows who's gonna win this? I freaking don't. I hope Sony takes it over and beats the shit out of everyone. All right, so enough about that. Enough. It's almost time to call it a night. I know it's a little early and all that stuff, but it's time to actually get to some games that I'm actually excited about. Yes, games. I know. Video games. So the one game that I'm actually really excited about that's coming out on this one's an Xbone game, an Xbone and PS. It's an Xbone game and a 360 game, and that is Fantasia Music Evolved. Check out this crazy shit. I know it's no Titanfall. EA's still dude. EA's bitter. Period. EA just didn't expect that Nintendo to fail like this, man. That's the thing, right? Because they saw that it's like, oh, the Wii U and unprecedented partnership with and now they have an unprecedented partnership with Microsoft, and it's like, you know what? Maybe you should not even have unprecedented partnerships with anyone, because your unprecedented partnerships become unprecedented failures. If the Xbone fails, they will run from the Xbone so fast and so clean, they will head to the hills. Dude, the Xbone has to, you can say you sold less and all that stuff and make money, but if there's more PS4s and install base when it comes out, and I'm not talking when it initially comes out, I'm talking months when it comes out, when people buy it in January, February, March, April, May, June, July. If the PS4 keeps continuing to kick its ass month after month after month after month, and they reach a 10 million first, it's just one of those things. It's just, What's up, Grind Time? I am tired as hell. My eyes hurt as hell. Yeah, that's weird. Normal, yeah, you didn't get it. We're almost done with tactics. Sorry for having a towel over my head. My eyes hurt. So I'm like rubbing it and just being like, my eyes. Today it's just, my fucking eyes. My eyes. Yeah, it sends me an email saying you're about to go live in an hour. Only audio for you? No. There's video. There's video. Sorry, I'm here. There's video. Here I am. There's Pinkie Pie, and here's I am. No. You're not blind, or no. There's not just video. You're not blind. Oh, yeah. No. That was going to show a video, but I didn't. I don't even have a 360 at the moment. I do have a PC, and I think I have Minecraft somewhere on this computer somewhere. I don't play it. I know I should. Should really buy my own account of Minecraft, but it was someone else's account of Minecraft. What the hell am I doing? I look like a freaking gaming hermit. What the hell am I doing? Like, I got this freaking towel over my head. That's why I'm like, fucking leave me alone. So yeah, Grind Time. I pre-ordered the PS3. I have done it. I have cemented my approval of Sony for the first time ever. I have cemented my approval to Sony, saying that I don't like change. Yes, PS4. So now that I actually got the pre for the PS4, now I have to work on the Bone. Yeah, the X-Bone, which is coming later. So I am getting the X-Bone. I just not now. It ain't happening now. I just had the money for it, so I went down there. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you guys started me saying X-Bone, and it just stuck. I'm just saying, X-Bone is not something I'm like, I like X-Bone now. It took me a while to go like, yeah, X-Bone. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling X-Bone. So many video games, so little time. I feel like so little video games, so much time. Oh, man. Yeah, I love me some video games. I really do. That's why I'm playing Final Fantasy Tic Tacs again. We started that today. We started Tactics Sundays. And FSD said we're almost done. I don't believe him, but if he says we're almost done, we're almost done. So we're kicking major ass in it. So I'm happy. I am happy. So let's stop. Yeah. It's not Final Fantasy. It's a tactics game. It's tactics. It's a turn-based strategy game. It's not that bad. I do have a PS1 emulator. It works fine. Play FF8. That game rules. Well, you're the only... Yeah, some people are like, go play Final Fantasy 7. I'll say this. By the end of this summer, we'll be playing another Final Fantasy game. FSD is the one that's finagled my way to a Final Fantasy game. He's the one, when someone says like, oh, Raven never played a Final Fantasy game. No, I actually can say I have. I can blame you, FSD, but hey, you know what? The game's not that bad. Yeah, Final Fantasy 8 is turn-based. No, this is turn-based strategy. This is not turn-based RPG. Yes, it is an RPG, but it's turn-based strategy. PSX F1, I do believe. I don't use the one that is on the Android store. It's like the second good one. The problem is right now that I have with it is ... The problem that I have, yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Maybe you need to muzzle or make them go outside and, sing to it. Or maybe throw a boot at it. Shut up. Shut up, you fucking pussy. Give Rum some catnip, mister. Yeah, give some catnip to the motherfucker. Tell him go like, here. Don't make sure it has a cat orgy at the Cartman residence. But yeah, we've been playing tactics on it, and the next game now that I'm gonna level up like a motherfucker because I don't really want to. Day of the Tentacle, yes, Day of the Tentacle must. I have to figure out how the fuck to get the. I have to get the Scum. There's a Scum emulator to work all that shit, and I don't know how to do that yet. And I'll figure it out. So, and those are weird ass games. But the next one's Frontier Emulator and then Zelda DX. You're probably wondering, why Zelda? Why Zelda? Yeah, but you can still say, shut up, you asshole. I'm sitting here. At least you don't have a fucking towel around your head. I feel horrible tonight. I don't know. At least I'm better than the All Games motherfuckers. I'm just saying, for me, so I submitted that to the PS4. I have bowed to Sony and give money to the PS4. A fuckload of money to the PS4. Usually I don't drop that kind of money, but hey, it's for a good cause in the show. So, if like I said, if we're going to be doing these LPs grind time, so you're locked. Oh, I'm locked. I am number 60. What's the benefits of pre-ordering? You don't have to fucking worry about the line. You don't have to worry about getting out of line for peeing. You don't have to worry about a lot of shit. It happens. It's there. When they call you and say your PS4 will be in, you go and you get it. Yeah, don't question Zelda. I'm not questioning Zelda. God, that's the last thing I want to do is question Zelda. I'm not questioning Zelda. Of course at a GameStop. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's one of those rituals that I do. You go down to the GameStop, you buy the system, you pay for it there, I bought my PS3 at a GameStop. I bought my Nintendo 3DS, my purple 3DS at a GameStop. The same GameStop that I pre-ordered my PlayStation 4. The same GameStop that I bought my purple 3DS. I pre-ordered at that GameStop, and I pre-ordered it from and pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts. I'll say this about pre-ordering, right? Pre-ordering is about telling the publisher, hey, you're about to make X amount of money. But pre-ordering a console makes sense. Pre-ordering a game makes no sense. It ain't like they're gonna run out of games. Yeah, pre-order it is easier. You don't have to worry about it, man. I remember I had a pre-order for a Wii. Guess what? All you have to do is just walk into the store, pay the damn thing, and you're out. You don't have to worry about spending the night on the concrete. You don't have to worry about it selling out, because guess what? You have your number, and you get to have one of these things because you drop $100 on a system that says, hey, this is what it is, right? Yeah, EA says your Wii U is crap. Nintendo says, off. We don't need your shit. Good day, EA. Yes, I'm not dissing Zelda. Okay, I'm not dissing Zelda, okay? I'm just saying we're going to play Zelda DX. After Final Frontier, I'm coming back to a game that needs to be done. It's the last of the 2D games that we didn't play yet. Yeah. I mean, we played through Link to the Past, which are coming out with, it's now called A Link to Two Worlds now. So it's a way better game. Way better game now. A Link to Two Worlds, not just one world. 2 worlds, 3 worlds, 5 worlds, 6 worlds, 11 worlds, a blowjob, all that shit. So yeah, just a lot of that stuff. So for anyone that wants to sit out there and go like, yeah, you just don't know, Raven. I do know. So yeah. Rehash the Nintendo way, dude. Rehash the Nintendo way, Steph. It's always, rehashing the Nintendo way is always cool, though. Oh, well, it's Nintendo, man. You know what you're getting. But let's get back to my other point about the Xbone. Can we talk about, about Nintendo and Microsoft going after the same motherfucker? I don't know. People need to go. People need to just calm the fuck down with people need to calm the fuck down with Nintendo not selling boxes, because then we can complain about install base after the PS4 is out, launched in the Xbone. Then we have a race. Then we have an actual install race, because the only, like I said, first to 10 million wins, they say, right? I don't know. People are assholes, right? But we'll see. First to 10 million, who wins? I'm not going to win, but someone's going to win. But hey, whatever. Winning's not always... I mean, like I said, Nintendo's not worried about their competition. Microsoft seems like they're not worried about their competition. Sony sounds like... I mean, like I said, Microsoft's... Yeah. PS4 and Xbox are the next gen. Nintendo straight up... yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, they're straight. They're banking on their characters right now, man. They're banking on it. They're banking on it with Smash Brothers and all that shit. But not to pick on Nintendo. That's what Microsoft's doing too, and Sony. I'm not saying they're the only motherfuckers that are not doing it. But isn't Microsoft milking the absolute shit out of Halo right now? Isn't Nintendo absolutely milking the absolute shit out of Mario now isn't, yeah. Is there any reports on pre-sales for Xbone or Sony? Halo is the best thing I'm excited for. Yes, sombrero dude. I'm just saying, they all are pushing something. You know, you can say to the same thing, saying like Nintendo does it a lot more than they do. They're like, hey, check out, but we all saw this coming. Alright, so Christopher says, is there any reports on pre-sales for Xbone or Sony? The only reading I got, and this is the only reading, I'm not saying this is true or anything, that the PS4, yeah, Nintendo has the most spirit for them all, though. Yes. The only pre-sale numbers, there's no pre-sale numbers. You're not ever going to get those. You're never going to get actual pre-sale numbers. But let's say that yeah, Rise is going to be cool. I want to say, sorry for getting off track. I want to say there's more pre-orders for the PS4 than there are for the Xbone. There's way more pre-orders for the Xbone. So I don't know if there's 3,000 GameStops and there's like 12 Xbones that's coming out into that. They're gonna sell 500,000 Xbones easy this holiday season. The question is, will PS4 sell 1 million? Right now, I just know that what I'm hearing is the Xbone is having yield problems. Yeah. It'll bring it. I'm just saying for you guys, you guys got to know what the hell you're doing. Yes. Yes, it will be. YouTube, Google. The PS4 has a web browser. The PS3 has a web browser. The PS4, I wouldn't doubt that it won't have a web browser as well, and bring YouTube and all that entertainment stuff that is on the PS3 right now over to the PS4. I wouldn't say that it wouldn't come. The Xbone, yeah, YouTube will be on the Xbone. In a walled garden. Oh my God! Stop with the walled garden, you son of a bastards. Browsing the web with your consoles like retard. Actually, here's the thing, right? Browsing on your PS3 sucks, but browsing the internet on your freaking Wii U is fucking great. I know it's a little weird to say that, but browsing the internet on the Wii U is pretty damn awesome. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it fucking works. That's the problem with browsing the web on a console. It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. Yeah, it's like eating chopsticks with your fork when your fork is right there, right? But the Wii U is very functional as a web browser. I'm just saying. I'm not saying only buy it for a web browser. I'm just saying it's functional as a web browser. As a console and everything Nintendo made a very functional web browser. Sony did not make a functional web browser. Yeah, it's like the last resort. But I'm just saying, when you have 8 gigs to give to a console, right? One of them has to be the web. Yeah, oh man, it's a miserable experience on a console. Yes, it's there. You can have it. You can play your games on it, but surfing the internet on your PS3 is a miserable experience. Miserable as hell. Anyone else can sit here and go like, "Oh, it's a great experience." Yes, there's web browser on the 3DS, but it's a miserable experience. It's a miserable experience, and I'm talking misery. It's a oh man, I hate the you know what web browser I hate more than anything? I hate the 3DS's web browser the most. The fuck were they thinking? You know what actually I know a web browser I hate more than the 3DS's web browser. The freaking DSi's. I hate the DSi's web browser way more than anything. The fuck are you gonna do in that? The fuck are you doing with the 3DS's with the DSi web browser with 16 megs of RAM? We're talking 16 megs of RAM. 6 freaking megs of RAM. What the fuck are you gonna do with that? You're not gonna do anything. You know, the PSP was okay, but I only had 32. And then they increased it to 64. But hey, that wasn't better, though. They increased it to 64, and that was like, oh yeah, it's 64. Now, some web pages show up nicely. I'm like, fuck you. You know what? Web browsers on freaking things that it shouldn't be on are a miserable thing. You think it's going to fix that grind? Yeah, fix what? What are they going to fix? Fix that it's going to be a miserable internet experience? I'm pretty sure people don't care. The web browser, I mean, you have 8 gigs of RAM. It's a freaking computer. It's a freaking computer. You have a graphics card that's up the ass. It better. But if the web browser is a steaming pile of horse shit, I'm not going to blame Sony for it, because that's not the priority. No one's surfing the web on their browser. No one cares. Yeah. They might make it better, but because the architecture is easier, they might just put a web browser, make it way easier, make it way nicer and all that shit. I mean, I'm just saying that the Wii U has a very functional web browser. Very functional. It's a web browser that I can be proud of. It doesn't crash, it just works. It works the way I want it. It's very functional. But so far, it sucks on the 360, I bet. Remember, they towed up the whole Internet Explorer on your 360. You're like, I know it's gonna suck. I know it's gonna suck. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's a thing now. We don't know when it's coming, but it's a thing now. Yeah, I don't think Apple really cares about the console market. And if they did, it would be the Apple TV. I mean, really, these consoles are not consoles. They're not really made for gaming. I mean, now we have these things that are made for iPhone. Now that the iOS 7, which I'm just saying, you motherfuckers asked for it. Now they have these MiFis, the MFI, that supports controllers. I'm like, okay, that's a step in the right direction. The iPhones support controllers now. And I'm like, man, I'm just saying, Microsoft has a golden opportunity. Not Microsoft. Apple has a golden opportunity to make gaming on iOS not suck. They actually have a golden opportunity to not make gaming on iOS not suck. Yeah, but they are. Yeah, I'm just saying that cow is being freaking milked, but Mario's being milked a lot, man. Mario, it's like, dude, that's all it is like Mario. Pokemon comes out. How much does Pokemon come out? Pokemon don't come out very much. Pokemon comes out very little. But if you own a 3DS and you own a Wii U now, alright, you played Super Mario 3D Land. Now it's Super Mario 3D World. Oh, you played Mario Kart 7, which I like. Don't get me wrong, I like Mario Kart 7. Now you got Super Mario 3D. Now you got Mario Kart 8. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Mario Kart 8, I'm sold. I'm not sitting there going like, I'm sold. Oh, you like Smash Brothers? Guess what? The 4th Smash Brothers is coming out. And it's not going to have crossplay and all that stuff, but it's going to be wonderful. We're going to buy it. We're just giving way more shit to Nintendo because they do this stuff way more often than Microsoft or Sony or all that stuff. But I'm not saying that I'm not saying that. I'm not giving Microsoft off the hook saying like the only thing they have right now is like Halo, Gears, new Sonic. Yeah, new Sonic is definitely coming out on the Wii U. Looks very good. Sonic Lost Worlds. Paid some money for that. Nintendo and Sega, BFFs. How about that? Weird. We're living in a weird world where Sega and Nintendo are friends, making games and helping out each other win the console wars. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. Yes, welcome, Project. Welcome. You know what I'm just saying. Kingdom Hearts is coming for the Xbox One. There's so much for so much for exclusives. Hey, Xbone people, you have no idea what the fuck this is. You have no idea how to play it, but guess what? It's coming to your system, and you're gonna be confused. Have a nice day. Makes me wonder why they didn't make Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the 360. Makes me wonder sometimes about Logic over there at Square Enix. Logic's not their friend, is there? So they have Final Fantasy 15, which probably ain't coming out in Japan and all that shit. Probably is the only, I know they said, oh, Final Fantasy's coming out on 360, like 3 fucking discs. Oh, yeah, look, Final Fantasy's coming to the 360. Who did not see that coming? It just took forever. Square Enix knows the rules. They know the game. They know how to play it. They're just getting fucked over the ass. They might, but it looks... The 3DS one looks pretty badass, I have to say. I'm not saying it's great looking, but it looks pretty badass. I actually like how the 3DS version of... right. It looks pretty awesome. That's all I have to say. Yeah, Smash Brothers I can't wait to have on my 3DS and on my Wii U. I can't wait to have both versions of that. So, have a portable version. I can go out and play and have a version on my TV. Sounds great. Guess what? Nintendo just made $100 on one game. On one game. So, you can sit here as like, well, they did that with Monster Hunter. I'm like, yeah, but guess what? Monster Hunter is only for the few, the proud, and the people who fucking get it. And not me. I'm not the people who get Monster Hunter. Not yet. Not today. Not in a while. So, there you go. So, Kingdom Hearts is coming for both the Xbone and for the PS4. So, there's like a lot. I mean, here's the thing, right? Not to hark on the Xbone and all that stuff. Sony really wants to win this one. It's who knows? Like Star Wars would be great. Who knows? Who freaking knows how crazy that can get? Who knows how crazy that well of Disney can get? Right? We had Tron. They had Tron, like in the new one, and I'm talking about the new one, Dream Optimists. But this Kingdom Hearts, we're not going to see probably the earliest of late fall of 2014. You think we're going to see Kingdom Hearts anytime soon? You're not. You're not. I can tell you this right now. We're dealing with Square freaking Enix. You're not seeing Square Enix at the earliest late fall of 2014. Hell, I don't even expect that game to ship. Me personally, I don't see that game shipping at least until spring 2015. I'm just saying, that game is real early in development right now. Real early. We're not going to hear about Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. That's a trailer. Final Fantasy 15 for all your waiting for verses and all that shit. And now they're going to make Final Fantasy 15, which does look good. Doesn't look like no Final Fantasy game I looked at. But, hey, I'm a hypocrite on that shit. I didn't play any of the numbered games. They showed 4 seconds of gameplay. They did show gameplay, but they didn't show a lot of it. I mean, I'm not saying what they showed wasn't rendered, wasn't rendered in engine, like they say, but I'm just saying it's like, It's enough to get you going. It's enough to say, yeah, that's Kingdom Hearts. That looks great, you know? Yeah, that's next gen Kingdom Hearts. I'm glad they're making this. It took you it took you a console generation to not make this, you know? Like, that's how I feel. It's like, probably, who knows? I will bet that it might be for the PS3. Persona 5, but because what was it? Persona 4 was for the PS2, and then they upres it way later. And it's like, wow. So Persona definitely coming later. Who knows if that game's announced? I did not hear anything. But Persona's not that kind of game. I'm not a police officer or care about RPGs like that. So, I mean, they showed going back to Kingdom Hearts. Yes, they showed gameplay. They showed things what you can do in the new game. They showed what you think it is. I mean, it's more Kingdom Hearts, right? It's, some people say those games suck. I am with the people who sit here and say, sure, if you want to say those games suck, but guess what? As much as those games suck, we will buy it. It's one of those games that we can sit here and go like, yeah, that, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and all that shit. Guess who's going to be in line? Me and you. Me and you are going to be there. Because we're going to play it, and we're going to, I know one thing. I'm going to pay money, and I'm going to bitch about it later. That's just what I do. It just seems like all I do is, I'm like, I know this is going to be great. I paid money, and it's like, this sucks, but I paid money. So it's not like you're like, I'm more of a fan of the concept of it is. Like, oh, Final Fantasy mixed with Disney? Sure. Sounds wonderful. Final Fantasy. I have no idea. Isn't it? Final Fantasies are different games. It's not just Final Fantasy 15. They're different games with just Final Fantasy name in it, though. They're making... This is the 15th Final Fantasy, which... It's a lot of Final Fantasy. I mean, alright, Final Fantasy 11 was a MMO. And Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO. And then you have 13 and also 15. I have no idea what the fuck the 15 is. 15 could be a freaking... Like, I know it's supposed to be versus 13. I know it's supposed to be 13 and now it's 15 or whatever. It's like someone sit here and is like, yeah, guess what? It's versus 13, it's now 15. I'm like, okay, whatever. We're just going to keep waiting longer. But now it's Final Fantasy 15. We're just still going to be waiting longer. But I think the thing that Square Enix learned is, dude, if you announce these games... They have to come out now. The age of just waiting for shit is over. The day of like, yeah, that game. Yeah, when you announce Kingdom Hearts, it better come out in the year, and that's the thing, right? You cannot just keep making these games and just going like, oh yeah, it'll come out of the year. Oh yeah, it's gotta come out. Yeah, that's weird. That's why I want to play it. It is an action RPG, isn't it? They're going to make Final Fantasy into a freaking... They're ditching the turn-based for Final... I'm just going to say this, right? Lightsaber Keyblade, you bet your ass, Lightsaber Keyblade. That'll be epic. Looks a little more like Devil May Cry. But Final Fantasy style, yes. I'm just saying, here's the thing, right? I'm just saying, for me, that will get me to play Final Fantasy. Make it an action RPG will make me play it. I know that sounds real kiddie and real stupid, but that's the reason why I play Kingdom Hearts. I don't have to, go into random battles. The battles just come to you, and you just whack the shit out of shit. That's it. That's all Kingdom Hearts is whacking shit out of shit. It's not just a RPG. It's an action third-person hitter with, with dance waters and shit. It's a really solid game. It's just now they're making that for Final Fantasy. I mean, how the mighty has fallen. I mean, really, you could make a better turn-based strategy for everyone else. You got to make me happy. Please, Square Enix, don't make me happy. I'm the last person you want to make happy. Because if you make me happy, then there's desolate losers out there that will tear you apart about it. Like, I want my turn-based Final Fantasy and shit. I want it to be like Pokemon. Pokemon where I gotta catch them all like Ash Ketchum. Yeah, it looks like an adult version. Do we really need an adult version of Kingdom Hearts? I mean, I'm talking for real. Do we really need that? Do we really need like a version of Kingdom Hearts to go like, yeah, guess what? This is the adult version of Kingdom Hearts. This is what we got. Yeah, Final Fantasy Versus 13. This works. Yeah, guess what? We don't. You don't need it. I don't need it. Anyone needs it. No one needs it. It's bullshit. Anyone else that sits here and says all that all right, if you want that, then it's coming. All right. You act like I'm the one that's gonna stop this. I'm just saying, do we really need it? If you say yes, guess what? The Final Fantasy 15 train has been announced and it's moving. Chugga chugga, choo choo. Chugga chugga, choo choo. So much for that instant game library. Oh yeah. Here it comes. On the way to Final Fantasy 15. And look, like it or not, I probably have to play these motherfuckers, don't I? Like it or not, I probably have to play Final Fantasy Choo Choo. Yes it is. You can't talk about it because it's under NDA. Oh wait, the NDA got lifted. My God. I hate when MMOs have NDAs. I know I have NDAs back in the day, but a player NDA? An NDA for people who can't talk about your game? Fuck you. I know I've been under non-disclosure agreements and all that stuff, or an embargo or whatever you want to call it, but that's dumb. I'm sorry. When I hear, it's like, oh yeah, you want to play our game? Guess what? It's a closed beta that you can't talk to no one. What kind of fucked up shit are you smoking? I mean, if it's only for press, I can get. That I can go, oh, it's an NDA, they're not ready to talk about it. But we're talking players. We're talking people who ain't going to sit at a keyboard and write. It ain't like they're going to, your game, I'm sorry. Even if it's Square Enix and all that stuff, if you're going to do betas and things like that to a public audience, you should not be under a non-disclosure agreement. You shouldn't be. Maybe that's just the way I roll, but it should be, hey, yeah, I hope Aqua were to return in Kingdom Hearts 3. Dude, Sora has to get his license in Kingdom Hearts 3. That motherfucker failed his license and Riku become the Keyblade Master. It just has to fucking happen. I mean, we have Kyrie and all this bullshit. Who knows? Kingdom Hearts is so fucking diluted at this point. And it's all Square Enix's fault to make this whole thing so damn diluted. It ain't my fault it's so damn diluted. They made it diluted. They made it so damn diluted, it ain't funny. Why they even made it so diluted, it's beyond me. But hey, I didn't make it diluted. They did. So, that's just how it rolls and all that stuff. So, Kingdom Hearts. You didn't hear it from me, but I'm excited. So, if anyone tells, if you hear it, if you go like, oh, Raven's excited for Kingdom Hearts, I will fucking cut off your head and feed it to you. All of you. But hey, we'll probably be live streamed during the game. They haven't explained the whole live stream thing because I know there's some game stuff that's not going to be live streamed and all that stuff, and I get that and all that stuff. It's like, oh, there's the part you can't live stream this. I get it. Aqua. Wonderful. Save the whales. Save the motherfucking whales. All right. Are we done? Are we done talking about Kingdom Hearts and how awesome it will be? Because it will be motherfucking great. Because I got to talk about a game that will be on the Xbone that I'm actually, I know we're giving a lot of love to Disney, which they don't deserve. Just saying. For anyone that can say we're giving a lot of love to Disney, which they don't deserve. They don't deserve the love they're giving. It's more like you're doing okay, but I'm watching your ass. Because I know that they will fuck up. They're Disney. They go after the cheap dollar. They will fuck up. So here's a game I'm actually excited for, which I can't play because it's a little rich for me. Fantasia, Music Evolved. It's actually pretty damn cool.
What's up, guys? Max Scoville here for Rev3 Games, and I'm with Matt Bach, who is the creative director from Harmonix for Fantasia Music Evolved. For those of the people who don't keep track of this stuff all the time, what is Fantasia Evolved?
Fantasia Music Evolved is a brand new motion game from Disney and Harmonix, and we cast you as a musical sorcerer. You're going to transform realms full of music and transform popular songs, remix them through remix conducting. We're casting you as the new Sorcerer's Apprentice. You are Mickey Mouse on the mount, conducting the ocean, conducting the stars, and you're transforming music that you love.
But Matt, the original Fantasia was full of classical music. There was no Bruno Mars or Avicii in it. How could you get away with this blasphemy, says the internet.
Well, we do have classical music in the game. We're announcing that Night on Bald Mountain from the original film is going to be in the game, and there'll be plenty more classical where that came from. For Walt, when he was making the original Fantasia, it was about classic music, and, he wanted the film to be a thing that transformed. It wasn't about a moment in time. It was going to keep evolving, and it would be in theaters forever. You could always see a new version of it. And we imagined, what if that had happened? What kind of music would be in it over the course of the past 70 years? And we think classic music would be in it. And
Queen.
That includes Queen. Hell yeah.
I think that makes sense. Now, how do you know that Walt said this? You guys have had some access to some very interesting records.
Yeah, so when Walt was making Fantasia, he had stenographers writing down all the notes from every meeting he had. And so we've actually got access to that stuff, and we heard what Walt's ambitions were for Fantasia, and we tried to transform that into a contemporary context. Imagining being in the theater in 1940, hearing the first surround sound system, seeing the unique three-color process that they made to make gorgeous, vivid colors, and seeing crazy animation tuned to classical music must have been an amazing experience, an insane experience. And we're trying to do the same thing for people today, giving that same insane experience.
Yeah, and it's almost 75 years later, so of course you've got some new technology. You've got the Kinect 2 at your disposal.
Exactly.
What's different with the Kinect 2 in terms of how you can work with the game?
So with Kinect 2, you can be up close to the TV, like a lot of living rooms that couldn't quite fit the original Kinect. We'll be able to do that, and we're moving your furniture around. Tons of offices that we couldn't play in, we can now play in. And better tracking fidelity, low latency, it's a great thing to work with.
Now, one thing I know that's it's scared a lot of people is the fact that the trailer made this look just like a straight-up dance game with the Disney branding. What I've seen of the game actually shows off a lot more. It's a much more creative, much more open-ended game. Tell us about that.
So yeah, when you're moving around in the game, you are able to move pretty much any way you want. It's all in your arms. It's kind of like remix conducting, like a futuristic Minority Report remix game. So as you're playing through each song, there's different remixes. Like for Bohemian Rhapsody, we have a metal remix, a symphonic remix, and as you're playing, you can bring in aspects of that remix, bring in metal drummer, bring in some strings to play a different part, and create a version of the song that's uniquely yours.
So when you're playing it like a house party, you don't have to hear the same exact song every time. There's some variation to it.
In fact, when you're at E3 demoing all day long, you don't get sick of the song because every time it's totally different.
That's a plus. Beyond that, you've got kind of this hub world thing. You've got jazz clams. Tell these fine people about your jazz clams, Matt.
We have jazz clams. So every single song is in a realm in Fantasia. And as you play songs, the music and magic from those songs comes out into the realms, and you use that music to transform the realms. So when you play Bohemian Rhapsody, that magic comes out into our underwater level called the shoal, creates a turtle. On that turtle's back are jazz clams. These clams or a jazz drum set. You can create your own jazz drum solo over a jazzy version of Bohemian Rhapsody and then bring that into the level.
If that's not music evolved, I don't know what is. And don't say dubstep. Is there dubstep in this game?
There's going to be a lot of different types of music in this game. We are going to remix everything any way we possibly could. So yeah, sure, dubstep included. Why not?
I've seen this game, and I think that it's dumb that people got upset about it. It actually made me a little bit mad because you guys have gotten extremely weird and extremely experimental with it, and I really like it. So screw you, Internet. Matt, thank you so much for chatting. Fantasia looks great. When does this come out?
We're out in 2014.
And what is this going to be on?
This is going to be on Xbox 360 Connect and Xbox One.
Awesome. Thanks for chatting. Guys, check out the rest of our E3 videos. This is the last one I'm doing. No, seriously, the show's over right now. Have a good night.
Fantasia Music Evolved. Music Evolved. Looks awesome. So yeah, there you go. Pick that up. It's weird and stupid and crazy shit. So for anyone out there that goes like, ooh, it's one of the games that I'm absolutely floored about that I want to see do well. So there you go. There is that. Fantasia Music Evolved is definitely one of those games. It's weird. Jazz clams sounds fucking amazing. Who puts jazz clams on things? They do. They do. Freaking harmonics in their fucking jazz clams. They do. They put jazz clams on things. But yeah, that will be amazing. And fly. So that's one of the big weird games you should be. Something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I'm just tired and. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to press the button. Yeah, I forgot to press the button. So for all that diatribe you just heard, you didn't hear. So for all that diatribe about me talking about Fantasia, you didn't hear. Which is good because it was boring as hell. I didn't even like what I said. What did I say? You couldn't hear it anyway, so good. It sucked, I'll just tell you that right now. Fantasia Music Evolved is going to be great. Go fucking buy it. That's better. That's way better. That's way better than what I was saying. Whatever the fuck I was saying. Which you couldn't hear. Which is probably a blessing to think about it. Well, Grind, can you read lips? You don't want to read those lips. I just said it was bad. Go buy Fantasia Music Evolved. Go support harmonics. Go support my freaking harmonic people. Go do it and have jazz clams. Fucking jazz clams. You're gonna tell me jazz clams don't suck? Oh, jazz clams are fucking great. They're not jazz hands. Ooh, jazz hands. Fuck jazz hands. You know what? Jazz hands can kiss my ass. Fucking jazz hands. Ooh, jazz hands. Yeah, guess who has jazz hands? Jazz people. People who have jazz. Just saying, no jazz hands. No. There is no jazz, there is no. So, Fantasia Music Evolved. Play that shit. Or not. And then after you play it, get some jazz hands. Because you'll need jazz hands later. So yeah, there we go. So for anyone out there, it's like, ooh. Alright, I'm going to stop now. So, we're almost near the end of tonight's show. I want to thank Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3 is going to be an Xbox One exclusive until it flops on its ass. Anyone remember Zombie U? Anyone? I remember Zombie U. It sucked. Will Dead Rising 3 suck? Probably not. But I'm just saying, I remember Zombie U sucking. It sucked, it sucked, it sucked, it sucked. So for anyone out there that go like, oh, Zombie U was so creative. No, it wasn't. It was garbage. And trust me, it pains me to say Zombie U wasn't great. Because I can see shit from my house. I can play garbage. I lived in garbage. My first game was garbage. Yeah, now you can drive. Now it's open world zombie game. It's going to be good. Look, it's made by Capcom. It's going to be good. I'm not going to sit here going like, ooh, it's going to be bad. No, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I'm not going to sit here and go like, ooh, Raven's jaded because he hates Dead Rising 3. No, Dead Rising 3 is Dead Rising is an Xbox game, right? Dead Rising 1 was on the Xbox. Dead Rising 2 was multi-platform but mostly on the Xbox. Dead Rising 3 is coming on the Xbox. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Exclusives are not a bad thing. I'm just saying I can't afford the exclusive. I just don't have that kind of thing to house the exclusive. That is that. All right. So we got to get out of here. I can't watch your video. We got to talk about another Disney. My God, is all my games that I'm really excited about Disney games? That fucking sucks for me. I'm sad. Alright, fine. Watch the trailer again. It's a good trailer.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo. Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo. Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales, woo. The danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. Woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales. Woo! Not ponytails or cocktails, no DuckTales. Woo! DuckTales. Woo!
It will be summer. And also on Steam. Yay. Alright, it's time for Explosion. We're not going to show this chicken shit and this kitty shit because you guys don't give a shit. Anyone out there? I don't know. I didn't make the lyrics. Way Forward Games. I did not make the lyrics. Some other dude made the lyrics. I'm just saying. I didn't make the lyrics. Ponytails and cottontails. Maybe they're talking about freaking rabbits and bullshit. It's the same thing of looking at Woody Woodpecker. You ever listen to the Woody Woodpecker song? I'm talking the original. He gives ladies the bird. Woody Woodpecker in his song, he gives females the bird. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I haven't seen the insane Woody Woodpecker. I'm just saying that he just... Oh, you mean the 1980? Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, you're talking about the 1980s Woody Woodpecker? Or are you talking about the original? Dude, the 1980s or 90s Woody Woodpecker is the most insane thing ever. Yeah, I know. All right. Everyone's welcome to do their thing. I want to biz off people. That's all I'm saying. All right. Okay. What? Oh, sorry. Let me have this conversation. Dead air, everyone. I hope it's good air. Woo. It's gonna be a good game. As I sort this out, as I sort something out. First, I'm sorting something out. Nothing very good. Ooh, okay, that's 6 days ago.
Commander is online. Stand by.
We've neutralized Objective Bravo. I say again, Objective Bravo has been neutralized. We now control Objective Bravo. Current position. Just east of your current position.
Modern warfare is like Jordan.
I have eyes on a Husky KC soldier just east of your position.
No. Not. Thought about it. Thought about it. Oh my god. Boogie, you should just get way more. Yeah, it looks like I'm about to fight you.
I have eyes on an enemy machine gunner south of your location.
so. Oh man, I can't wait. Can't wait. Grind 10, can't wait. Can't wait. Except for PewDiePie's in my freaking video. Can I ban this motherfucker away from my computer? Away from my net? Francis, you can stay because you're awesome. That sack of shit can go. Oh man, I can't wait for Battlefield 4. Oh yeah, you're a Call of Duty guy. Putting foam balls on a dog. Okay. I'm just saying, putting foam. We're gonna put foam balls on men's best friend. Yeah. Foam balls. Alright, everyone. That's pretty much all she wrote for tonight. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. My eyes are dying. I don't know. Just might be the video that we were watching and all that stuff. It might be something else. It might be the video. I'm sorry. I'm slowly dying. I'm slowly dying. So I need to just go. I need to go. No, even now. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I can't see what you're seeing because of the computer being sucky. So, don't die. I'm not going to die, but I need to get off. I'm not going to die. I just need to go. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I have to go. And I've suffered 2.5 hours of this show. Not saying suffering as like, no! I have to go. I have to dunk my eyes in freaking Vaseline. And just chill and just go and just drink a fucking pull. So thank you all for coming and all that stuff. Thank you FSD and all that stuff more. Yeah. Good game, good thing and all that stuff. This has happened. Choppy or no choppy, thank you all for coming. See you next Sunday or Wednesday. See you Sunday and Wednesday. 8 Eastern, 10 Pacific. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Sundays. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Thank you all for coming. I'm slowly dying.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk. All right. Sorry for the buck vending, everyone, but I am slowly dying. So you all have to forgive me tonight. Good night. Thanks for watching.